What we're trying to do is we're trying to take themes that have been treated in the study of anti-Semitism and look at them from new and original perspectives, often introducing a contextualized approach, a comparative approach. We thought it'd be interesting to look at this by comparing it to other groups that have these narratives of violence, which are often narratives of victimization, and sometimes narratives of violence that has been inflicted on other people.
I'm also interested in the way in which these photographs end up becoming kind of symbolic. There's a kind of iconography that develops around these lynching photographs. So the ways in which lynching in the US has become kind of a metaphor for racial conflict and racial violence more generally, even in the present day. And so the ways in which lynching photographs are used as part of that, as a kind of visual extension of that larger metaphor.
Well, my aim for a long time has been to broaden the definition of Holocaust without losing sight that it is extremely central, obviously, for European Jewry. But for me, the Holocaust, especially the more we kind of move away from it time-wise, is a grand project of homogenization of society. And certain groups, those who were seen as particularly dangerous, i.e. the Jews, then later the Sinti and Roma, were outright exterminated. Other groups were given the chance, again, read my inverted commas, to reform.
Jews and Roma in general suffered next to each other, but not necessarily with each other. We have the experiences of Jews and of Roma of seeing each other across the fence. And they very often report about the emotions that creates. One of the crucial experiences that many Jews report is actually the liquidation of the so-called gypsy camp. So in a single night on August 2nd, 1944, this camp, the people who remain in this camp will be killed. And for many Jews, this is a symbolic moment of what can happen, the sort of things that happen in Auschwitz, so it becomes central for their narrative, for the way they explain what Auschwitz was.
There's a kind of cross-fertilization between various narratives, but in the case of the Holocaust, it's generally the Jews who are focused on, and we saw in this last panel how in many cases the Roma are referring to themselves in terms of the Holocaust. They understand their suffering in comparison to the suffering of the Jews in the Holocaust. And this is an example of the kinds of things we were trying to do with this conference, and what we're trying to do with this consortium in general is look at topics that maybe have been treated before, but look at them from totally new perspectives and really introduce this comparative and contextualized approach.